Hi Matthew, and thank you for letting us do this interview. Matthew, can you explain about the training weekends that are part of the build-up to the TT?
Yeah, it was quite intense to start because it's quite a hard course to learn, 37 3/4 mile lap. But we initially started with the Manx Grand Prix and the Mike Hailwood Foundation newcomers course, which is really helpful. They had like 4 different riders that we went out with, starting from newcomers from previous all the way up to the levels of like the likes of Chris Palmer. So I got to go out with each rider. So that was a good weekend to start it off, and then I followed it up by going over on my own in my own time and stopping over with a friend called John Batty, who's kind enough to put me up free of charge. And I just put in as many laps as I could and continuously doing onboard footage, which worked really well.
2014, you entered for the Manx Grand Prix Classic TT. Doing this, you was a newcomer, and also you was number 1 off, and you came 5th position, and also 17th position in the junior.
Yeah.
Can you tell me about the excitement you felt back in 2014 with you as a newcomer in the biking world and what your future were about to unfold?
Yeah, it was buzzing at the time. I think, I had a pit board up in Craignabar. I was actually, Adam Childs was pitting me for the pit board, and I could see lap number 1. I was leading it for the lap, and I sort of dropped back a couple of positions, and we finished overall. It was 6th position we finished overall as a newcomer, which I was really happy with that because the standards of riders that was there was quite strong. And I think we done just short of 116 mile an hour lap from a standing start, which is pretty competitive for the first time there.
During the interview today, we're actually in the museum at Phil Morris Racing. Can you explain to me how Phil Morris comes into your biking world?
Yeah, I first met Phil the year before last in Aberdeen Park. He seen me go around. I had pretty good results here, and I sort of approached him, and I, cheeky as I was, and asked him if he was willing to sponsor me. And he took me on board, and he's looked after me since, and he's been really good. Brilliant. So yeah, great.
Good. May 23rd to the 25th of this year, 2015, was the Northwest 200. Is that right?
Yes.
Yeah. Can you explain what this is for anybody watching who might be new to biking?
Well, the Northwest 200 is an international meeting. You get people from all over the world racing there. So it was my second time there. It's quite a hard track to ride with a stock bike. People will know because it's quite fast straights. But second year there, I managed to get an 18th position in the Super Stock Boat race. Well, I went out on the stock, but the race got cancelled, and unfortunately I crashed in the Superbike race, which caused a bit of a severe injury.
Okay, so the next question is the big off at the Northwest, which resulted in you getting a broken shoulder.
Yeah. On
the 23rd of May. But then after treatment and a plate put in your shoulder at Cardiff Hospital on the 29th, followed by laser treatment on the 30th, you then remarkably, with 2 team members, drove to Ayrsham to catch the ferry to the Isle of Man for the TT.
Yeah, that's right.
Can you tell us what happened, how you came off, and your thoughts along the way, throughout the recovery from the accident?
Well, how I come off was coming up Mill Road. It was coming into the first lap. We had quite a strong line. I was coming in quite hot and quite heavy braking in for the roundabout, and there's an actual bump in the road which kicked my back end up, and it actually clipped the curb, which sent the bike out of control, which unfortunately I went into the barriers, and the barriers sort of moved, and unfortunately it took another rider out, Daley Matheson, which I felt quite bad about. But I, as a competitor, he could see that it was a racing incident, and he forgave me for it, which I'm glad of that. But yeah, the recovery, it was 2 days after the operation. I went to the Isle of Man, and I was asked if I could go to the hyperbaric chamber, and I was in there for 2.5 hours a day, and I think that really helped speed and recovery up, but also with the physio through Rex.
Okay, I've got the hyperbaric chamber here as a question, but you've just answered that. Can you explain what the chamber does? What's initiated through it?
Yeah, the chamber, it's like a tank, which I think it's like as if it's a pressurized tank which drops you down to like 16 meters, so it pops your ears as well. But they put an oxygen mask on and you just breathe in pure oxygen for like an hour and a half. Then I'll go back in the afternoon for another hour, but it just makes you really tired. But it speeds up the healing process. So I had it for the week I was in there, but I had to come out there because it was making me tired. And when I was riding the bike, it's like my brain wasn't gearing up to the speed of the bike.
Did you suffer much pain, or are you still suffering pain from the injury? And also, what you were thinking mentally? Did it put you off biking at all?
No, it didn't put me off biking at all. It's not my first injury. But no, it's the pain. Yeah, I struggled mainly. The shoulder was good, but the ribs are cracked. There's nothing really we could do for that. So I just thought I'd man up and take it on board. Yeah.
From the 6th to the 12th of June, which has just passed, you're still recovering from the shoulder injury, and you still raced and attended interviews with the ITV. So now you're actually just back from those races. Can you tell me what's going through your head right now as you look back over the last sort of 12 months?
Well, I'm just over the 12 months. Yeah, I'm just we've had a good. We've been training hard over the winter, which knocked me back. The accident that I had in the Northwest, it really took the fitness out of me as well with the operation. But looking over what I've done with the TT, coming back from the Northwest, I'm chuffed to bits. Didn't think that I'd go out and finish one race, never mind 4, completed 4. So I'm over the moon with that.
Okay, and just quickly on the post TT, Castletown.
Yeah.
For the 1000cc and the 600cc.
Yeah.
I believe you come 6th in the 1000 and 10th in the 600.
Yes.
Which is really, really big achievement.
Yeah.
To come that sort of position for the first time.
It was good. Yeah, it's quite a hard track to learn. Never been there before, so I went over. I'd done a lap in the car the day before, and we went as a newcomer. Chris Palmer took me round in the car. Sort of give me a few pointers, and then I just got out as much practice as I could. And the first race, by the time the first race came, I sort of got my bearings of where I was going, and I was quite happy with the times I got around in here.
The last question, which I suppose all the viewers want to ask, is what does the future hold? And are we witnessing something quite big in the biking world?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to the rest of the year now. Hopefully getting into the 700. Ulster Grand Prix I'm really looking forward to, and the Classic TT. Just looking for a classic bike now to get out on the Classic TT really.
Okay, Matthew Rees, thank you very much.
Thanks very much.
Right, Phil, I've followed you around filming you and photographing you for a couple of years now, and when we go to events I do notice that your head can be in the clouds sort of thing. You're looking around and watching everybody that moves on the bikes. So can you tell us about the scouting sort of process with Matthew?
Yeah, I mean, obviously that happened in 2013, and it doesn't matter what track I go to. If I just go for a day out at BSB Alton Park or anywhere, I look, whether it be classic, whether it be modern racing. I'm always looking at new talent coming up, because if there's obviously there's other people like me out there that do scouting as well, and if you do get a good rider coming through, then obviously he's hot property. There'll be everybody at his beck and call, but the scouting is a big part of racing.
So you are constantly. We're not going to talk about other riders right now because we're doing it about Matthew, but is the other riders that you've maybe spotted?
Yeah, I've spotted some good riders in my time, and they've come through, to be not world champions, but they've been up in top 5 of road racing and short circuits.
Okay.
And classic.
And during Matthew's interview, he mentioned classic racing.
Yeah, he wants to go to the classic TT this year. So obviously he's looking for a classic bike, Formula 1 750, RC30 or some of that 750 Suzuki. So I'm just got that in the back of my mind at the moment.
And do you think we're going to see this pull off?
Yeah, I think I'll pull it off, but it won't be with my bikes. I'll pull it off with someone else's bikes, because I know a lot of people that's got some quick machinery out there, and yeah.
And that'll be 2016, hopefully.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Definitely, he's going to the Manx on the Classic, so yeah, that'll be good.
Brilliant.
And he's going to the Ulster Grand Prix as well. He'll do that on his modern bikes, his Z10, Z6. Yeah.
Good.